will be presenting on differentiating between project-based and problem-based learning. The Common Core state standard that I will be using is a 5th grade standard in numbers and operations with fractions. The standard calls for students to be able to find the area of a rectangle with fractional side lengths by either tiling it with unit squares or by multiplying the fractional side lengths together. I will be showing both a project-based and a problem-based example relating to this standard. With project-based learning, it is important to remember that this is completed over a longer period of time. This may be a week, a month, or even a semester. According to Rebecca Hickey, project-based learning gives students a sense of control over their learning. Students use their creativity to apply the skills used in class. Students are also motivated by a driving question or objective to create their own project. In my project-based learning example, students are tasked with creating their own dream house. They must outline, partition, and label each room. Students must also decide on a unit of measurement. For example, the length of one square might equal 1/3 of a foot. Using their designated unit of measurement, students will then find and record the area of each room, keeping in mind that the total area must be less than 100 square units. This activity allows for differentiation for all types of learners. Students who are just beginning to practice the skill might keep their rooms to the shape of a square or a rectangle, shown in the example on the right. However, students who are really mastering the skill might create their rooms in the shape of an L, knowing that they have to then break apart that room into 2 separate rectangles. This activity also allows for extension activities relating to multiple subjects. This activity can connect to ELA in having students create a real estate advertisement persuading other students to buy their particular house. With problem-based learning, it is important to remember that this is completed over a shorter period of time, usually just a class period or 2. Problem-based learning is often teacher-driven, but students apply the concepts learned to solve problems using multiple methods. In my problem-based learning example, the objective is for students to make sense of 2 different answers to an area problem. Students will be presented with the example on the right, and they must first work independently to solve the problem before sharing their solutions with a partner. Afterwards, students then practice error analysis by looking at student work samples. Looking at both of these, it is evident that students are both actively engaged and motivated. There is a time and a place for both type of learning activities to occur in a classroom. However, it is also important to note that according to Virtue and Hinnant-Crawford, students enrolled in new tech high schools found project-based learning to be more meaningful because it applied to real-life situations. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my presentation.